Hello everyone, it's Dan, and welcome to the first part of our exploration of the 8 main stories of Star Wars: The Old Republic. This will not be a full coverage of every aspect of the game, just the main story and relevant side quests, and possibly the expansions once we have finished. For our first story, we are Galen Tempani, an agent with Imperial intelligence. We have been sent to the toxic waste heap of Hutt in the hopes of persuading the local Hutts to the Empire's side. The Hutt's connection to the underworld, as well as the valuable gas production of Hutt, could prove useful to the Empire. After landing in the capital of Jaguna, we make our way to the local cantina. There is a safe house in the back where we can make contact with our keeper.
Secure transmission established. This is Keeper. We may speak freely, Agent. Prepare to receive your orders.
Understood.
I'm ready, sir. What's the assignment?
In short, subversion. You were chosen for this operation because of your exemplary performance during training. Imperial intelligence needs agents capable of working independently in the field. Now you apply your training to the real world. Nemro the Hutt and his organization run Jaguna, and you're in town to convince Nemro to supply the Empire.
Got it.
I understand. How do I proceed?
We need to know what Nemro and his advisors are thinking before we can act. I want you to obtain access to the Nemro clan's inner circle. You require a cover identity. One of our contacts, an alien named Jig, has prepared a background for you and will provide the details.
So where is he?
How do I find him?
Jig will be waiting for you at a safe house. Locate him, take what he offers, then report to me.
All right.
Consider it done.
Most of Jaguna is caught up in a turf war. Some of the gangs involved belong to the Hutts. Others are independent. Your combat training should see you through, but expect brutality and expect to be targeted. Jaguna isn't friendly to strangers. Now, find Jig and report back to me. Keep her out.
With our new orders, we make our way to Jig's location, doing our best to avoid any gang-affiliated entanglements. We only just arrived and don't want to attract attention. We discover that Jig is an Arcona, a triangle-headed alien whose slightly golden-tinted eyes signal to us a possible salt addiction. Unfortunate, but you must deal with all kinds when working in the shadows. Jig gives us our cover identity of the Red Blade, a mercenary with a rather sordid reputation. Despite our reservations, Jig reassures us that the real Blade is far from the system and that any risk of discovery will be minimal. As the Red Blade, we are to offer our services to the Hutt Lord Nemro and ideally guide him towards the Emperor's side.
Kind of interference.
First, however, we must gain the attention of the Hutt. Nemro isn't going to just let anyone with a blaster into his chambers for an audience. Easiest way to do this is to take out some of the gangs around Jaguna, a relatively easy task for a city so rife with criminals. We head towards our target, a hideout for thugs loyal to Nemro's rival and fellow Hutt, Fothra. We make quick work of the men we find inside before heading back to Jig. Once we return, Jig begins to inform us of the appetites of our prospective Hutt ally, giving us a rundown on how far the Empire is going to have to go to buy off the Hutt if we wish to get on his good side. Rest assured, the Empire's pockets run deep, and it should be no problem.
Jeeg, from this point forward, operational security will be at a premium. You will not contact us from this terminal again.
Smalsia pobudus mana ira padare mana nan kali.
I understand you corrected Jeeg's mishandling of the situation, Agent. We'll now proceed.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged and understood.
Your next task is to access Nemro's inner circle. Present yourself to the Hutt as a fellow gangster, the Red Blade, and offer him Jeeg's gifts. One of the gifts is implanted with a listening device, which we will use to monitor conversations within Nemro's palace.
I think I get it.
Are you listening for something specific?
At this juncture, our primary goal is to find weaknesses in Nemro's organization. Even if the Hutt won't join us, we might influence his lieutenants. Talk to Nemro and his men. Determine who we can turn and how we can sway them. We will be listening.
Enjoy the show.
In that case, I'd better watch my mouth.
I expect my ears can handle it, Blade. Be careful what you say. And lose the accent. When you're in the Hutt Palace, you're no longer an Imperial. Contact me from the cantina once Nemro has his presence. Keep her out.
The pirate's on his way. Security droids say he's armed, but he won't be trouble.
Let's hope not. Here he is now.
I'll go tell the boss.
This is Carol's. Tell the throne room that the Blades arrived. When Nemro shows, stay at least 5 meters back and don't come up unless you're called. One wrong move, and you're a pile of ash.
Got it, we say in a rather unconvincing accent.
I understand. I'm not here to cause trouble.
Just going over the rules. You've got a reputation, and we don't want any problems. Allow me to present Nemro the Hutt, the illustrious crime king of Jaguna.
Standing before Nemro, we are taken aback by how large the Hutt Lord actually is. Who knew slugs could get so large? Nemro greets us to his palace, demanding gifts, as is the Hutt way.
Vast treasures, plundered from worlds in every sector of the galaxy. All for you, great Nemro.
Not bad. Nemro, the idols here are real Orodium. The Gloff looks like...
Nemro is skeptical of our gifts, but permits us to conduct business on Hutta, even offering for us to partake in his activities in the palace. We politely decline. Nemro introduces us to his closest advisors.
You got quite a place here.
First is Carol's Javis, the human cyborg who greeted us at the door and Nemro's right hand, as well as Tothlishan, a rather ornery Twi'lek, and one who doesn't speak basic at that. Pity. The Twi'lek informs Nemro that Fathra has stolen several of his shipments, causing Nemro to go into a rage.
Looks like your audience with Nemro is over. You'll have to forgive the interruption. I've been working for that Hutt since he killed my gang when I was 13. Trust me, you can't talk to him when he's like this.
I don't really understand what's going on.
What's all this about Fathra?
We're having trouble with the Fathra clan, and it's getting to all of us. Fathra's out of line, but the Hutt cartel hasn't bothered to interfere.
Care to explain?
So it's a business dispute. What are you feuding over?
Everything. The mines, the factories, the slaving operations. Now look, I need to work up new plans with security, and keep an eye on Tothlishan to keep him from suggesting anything stupid. In the meantime, you're a guest, and you've got our permission to do business here. You got the run of the palace, so I'll see you around.
We head to the room assigned to us by Carol's. It's large and well furnished, but looks are always deceiving when it comes to the Hutts. We begin to immediately search the room up and down for bugs and other listening devices. After cleaning the room, we make contact with Keeper.
Well done, Agent. The listening device is working perfectly, and Nemro can keep no more secrets from us. Imperial Intelligence has determined that Nemro's human lieutenant, Carlos Jarvis, is the weak link in his operation. You're going to twist the man until he serves us.
Carol's? Really?
You're telling me I have to work with Nemro's thug?
Carlos has advised the Hutt for many years, and he's sympathetic towards the Empire. He admires our efficiency, and he prefers humans in authority. He'll do for our purposes. Unfortunately, Carol's is on the verge of disfavor with Nemro, while the Twi'lek Lieutenant Taflagen, I believe, is Nemro's rising star. I want you to go to Carol's and offer your services as the Red Blade. Do whatever is required to bring Carol's glory in Nemro's eyes.
Why is Carol's out of favor?
What does Nemro have against Carol's?
Carol's work has been suffering due to the interference of the Fothra clan. Nemro finds that an unacceptable excuse for failure. One other thing, Agent. This operation of ours has drawn the attention of a member of the Dark Council, Darth Jadus himself. The Council's authority is second only to that of the Emperor. It's a rare honor for an intelligence operation to be overseen in this way.
Darth cares about us?
With all due respect, what does the Dark Council care about Hutt? This operation isn't exactly a threat to the Sith.
I don't know why Lord Jadus is interested, nor is it our concern. The Sith aren't obligated to share their reasons. Report back once you've rendered whatever aid Carol's requires. Keep her out.
With our new orders, we head to Carol's to offer our services, before being stalked by a rather suspicious-looking man.
Don't be in such a hurry, Blade. Don't you remember me? Your old buddy, Dino Ray? Now, you haven't aged well since we met up on Hutt. Your nose and your skin. But you couldn't be an imposter. You know your friend Dino.
My old buddy.
Of course I remember you, Dino. How long's it been?
Little too long, it seems. Turns out we got a problem. You see, you don't look like the Blade I know. The Blade who owes me credits. But you say you're the Blade, so I'll take you at your word and ask for my money. You understand?
We can't risk our cover being blown so quickly.
I understand, all right. You're a rat who needs to die.
Is that so? Well, let's see what you can do, Blade.
Extortion. That could have been bad. This Red Blade identity is starting to catch up to us faster than we think Jeeg anticipated. Let's get to Carol's and try to finish this mission as quickly as possible.
Blade, come on over. Glad to see you're enjoying the palace. Look, I've only got 5 minutes before I have to go meet with some alien freaks, and I want to ask you something. You've been around the galaxy a few times. What's it like dealing with the Empire?
Oh, it's great. Pretty smooth.
It's been good business, and the government hasn't given me much trouble.
You're one of the last real independents. I admire you for that, but your kind is dying out. The Hutts have taken control of the gangs, and I think real soon the Republican Empire will want control of the Hutts, even if Nimro won't believe it. So if we gotta pick a side, I want to pick a winner, and I don't see the Empire losing.
Carol's is proving himself very receptive.
It sounds reasonable, but what are you gonna do about it?
For starters, I make sure I'm not being stupid. There's more on the line than business. My sons are free traders. They're doing business in the Sullus system. It's their first time dealing with the Empire, so I worry. I probably shouldn't. But you came to me for a reason. What can I do for you, Blade?
Let's work together.
You know Hutt pretty well, but you don't have my skills. I thought we could partner up for a job.
Is that right? Normally I wouldn't, but lately I could use someone who works alone and gets results. Nemro's been stewing in his slime since we lost a shipment of rare ores in the Evokai lands. He blames me for some reason. Now the Evokai, they're Hutt natives from before the cartel came. They mostly want us dead. If you get that shipment back, I'll pay you good.
Nemro not being able to handle a local resistance doesn't fill us with a lot of confidence, but we press forward.
How much money are we talking about?
More than enough. I'm not negotiating. There's a work camp outside Jaguna. Nimro set it up for some Evokai who wanted peace. Bad deal. Poor rubes. The chief there, Odef, was supposed to talk to the other Evokai tribes about returning the ore, but he didn't come through. He knows something, though. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep. But I look forward to seeing if the Red Blade's as good as they say.
We head into the swamps to meet with the Evokai leader, Odef. The Evokai had been the original inhabitants of Hutt before the Hutts arrived, and now were relegated to servitude and slavery. Poor fools.
You said you were going to get the ore back.
I have done all I can. The other tribes, will not listen.
If you say so. Hey, you the Red Blade? Heard you were coming. Thought we'd soften up the chief for you.
Carol sent me. I'll take it from here.
He's all yours.
I am Odef of the Evokai, leader of the Foam, sacred keeper of histories. I greet you in peace, and I am grateful.
I'm investigating a theft.
I heard you're the one to talk to about Nemro's missing ore.
Yes, I will talk, but it will not please you. It was the other tribes who attacked your shipment, the Evokai, who refused peace. In gratitude to Nemro for all he has done, I spoke to my misguided brothers, but they will not return Nemro's medals.
That sounds like a bit of a problem.
They won't even negotiate?
The tribes, they stole the shipment to spite the Hutts, and to use for themselves. They will make weapons, machines. They took the metals to their great village in the swamps. Only a beast or a shadow can enter. Seek the shipment there if you wish.
That's all I needed to know.
Thank you. You've been a great help.
I only do my part. I only want peace.
Finding the Evokai village proves to be not much of a challenge. How these pathetic people have managed to evade capture by the Hutts is beyond us. It is truly sad the Empire must deal with such creatures like the Hutts. But this is the mission we obey. We take down the villagers with ease and mark the stolen shipments for retrieval. Hopefully Nemro will be pleased and we can get off this planet soon.
Slow down, Blade. Stay with me a while. We haven't had the chance to talk. I'm Kaleo. Nemro puts me in charge of the good stuff. His guns, his troops, the safety of his little palace. You can spare some time for me, right?
All right.
I have a minute. What can I do for you?
So sweet and so polite. And here I figured you'd be eager to head back outside, blow the heads off a few locals. You've got a nasty reputation, you know. I hear you went and murdered poor Dino Ray right on this spot. What was that about, Blade?
People are starting to ask questions. Damn it, Jeeg.
Dino and I go way back. He had it coming.
It's too bad. He had a pretty face before you messed with it. Me, I'm betting you and Dino had something else going on. You had a reason for coming to Nemro's house. Maybe money, maybe power. I like to think you'll be trouble, Blade. You'll be bloodthirsty, treacherous. Because I could enjoy keeping an eye on a bloodthirsty, treacherous pirate.
You'll be disappointed.
I'm not going to be trouble.
Shh, don't spoil the moment. If you are trouble, take your time. I'd hate to stick a blaster to your head or a slave collar around your neck before I've seen everything you can do. That's all I wanted to say. You can go now.
Things are getting a little dicey. We might have to take care of her.
Watch your back, Kaleo.
I'll watch yours. You can watch mine.
We really need to stop having tense meetups with aliens so close to Nemro's throne room.
Fathra will not stop his mining operations. He's going to keep tapping our gas pocket and cut our supply in half.
O kakiza spida perupa, kadwa shiniko higa danulia.
Don't play dumb with me, Taflajan. Father doesn't need to steal our customers if he doesn't leave us any gas to sell, and we can't uproot him without help.
Punyo kichawa joto jamba.
Idiot. Sorry about Tothlegian, Blade. Legitimate business brings out the worst in us. Makes me miss actual crime, you know? But it looks like you're about to brighten my day. You find the shipment?
Got it.
I have it right here. Delivered as promised.
The fee's been transferred to your account. You'll have access by the time you're back at your apartments. You earned every credit. I'd buy you a drink in the cantina, but I need to have a chat with Nimro. We should talk more another time, though. You do good work.
We'll meet again.
Always looking for business. Just say the word, Carols.
And I'll see you when I see you.
We leave Carol's to head back to our room. We can't help but think of the argument that he had with Tothlegian as we were approaching. Could this be the endgame we need for the mission? We should debrief with Keeper before we make any moves.
The operation is proceeding well, Agent. Thanks to your intervention, Carol's Jarvis will once again have Nemro's ear. I took note of your meeting with Nemro's security chief, Kaleo. You handled yourself well. Still be on your guard. We've identified her as a freelance assassin, enforcer, and anarchist. She's been attached to a dozen employers in half as many years, using several different aliases.
Should I take care of her?
Killing her wouldn't be any trouble. I can lure her somewhere isolated.
She's a wild card. She may prove a liability, but she could also prove very useful. Watch her. On to more immediate concerns. Nemro operates a major Schwash gas mine on Hutt. The Empire wants access to Nemro's refined gas. Unfortunately, Farthra is tapping the same gas pocket as Nemro. We need to destroy Farthra's operations in the rust yards before Nemro's grinds to a halt.
Understood.
So it's a sabotage mission.
That's correct. You will travel to Farthra's mining facility and place explosives in the drill shaft, destroying the equipment and collapsing part of the gas pocket. You'll need to strip a uniform and credentials off the facility guards to pass the final security checkpoint. A working disguise is imperative.
Get a working disguise. Got it.
Should be straightforward.
Your disguise may not hold up under close inspection, so avoid conversation. The explosives have already been delivered to your room. Once you're finished, go back to Carol's Jarvis and make sure he knows what happened. Take the credit if you like.
Done.
It'll be handled. Is there anything else?
One more thing, Agent. Darth Jadis pays increasing attention to your work. He will reward success or failure appropriately, and I will not intervene. Report back after you've destroyed the mine and inform Carols of the results. Keep her out.
I hope you have enjoyed this first part of what I hope to be a long-running series. Or at the rate I make videos, at least until the Old Republic shuts down. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.